Hello readers, it's Asha, and today I'm going to be filming my introduction and conclusion to my Virgo reading vlog. This has been a long time coming. I've literally been making this for 3 weeks now. I started reading my first book for this on the 30th of April, so I've literally been trying to make this video for a while, and I'm very glad it's finally coming and everything's working out the way I need it to. That's great. So if you did not see my original star signs reading vlog, I don't blame you. I did it a while ago, so I will link it down in the description below. But essentially, I read 5 books that corresponded to a bingo board that I found of different character traits for all of these star signs. The first one I did was the Taurus star sign. I think I started with it because that's what Noah is, and I honestly just wanted to. There's no real rhyme or reason as to why I chose something versus the other, so I ended up deciding to do another star sign reading vlog, and I really enjoy doing it because not only do I read the 5 books, I also do 5 things that are more lifestyle that have something to do with Virgos and their signs. So I really wanted to do another one. So I just spoiled it, but it's for Virgos, which I guess the title spoiled. Whatever, it's fine. So essentially we've got 5 books that I'm going to be reading that correspond to 5 prompts, and I've got 5 different things that I'm going to be doing as well that correspond to 5 different categories that are more lifestyle related. So I'll get into those after I talk about the books that I'm going to be reading. So prompt 1 is will defend their loved ones. So Virgos have a tendency to defend the people that they love, which is great. Everybody should do that, I feel like. So good on you, Virgos, for being one step ahead of the game. But for this one, I'm choosing to read The Dead List by Jennifer Armentrout because this is a book about a girl who ends up getting attacked and almost murdered, and all of her friends and her loved ones are coming to her aid and protecting her and wanting to be there for her. So I definitely feel like this fits really well with the theme of protecting other people. Plus it's a JLA book and I love her so much, so I can't wait to read this one. The next book, I guess it's not really in this order, but the next book for this vlog is Don't Tell Me to Calm Down. So apparently Virgos have a tendency to not like when people tell them to calm down, which is valid. I also don't like when people tell me to calm down, especially men. For this one, I've decided to read a BookTube legend and really important story that I've been dying to read for forever, but I just have not picked it up. And that is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. It does have a dust jacket. It's literally right beside me, but I'm lazy, so here we are. So The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas is about a girl named Star Carter who is in the car when her unarmed friend is shot and killed by a police officer. Obviously, this is very prevalent to what is going on in specifically USA, but also in other parts of the world today. It's such a big issue, and I'm really excited to see what this book has to say about it because I watched the movie. I've heard nothing but fantastic reviews for this story, so I'm really looking forward to formulating my own opinions. I can't wait to read it. I think it's gonna be fantastic. Next is Obscure Taste in Music, and I'm reading This Is What It Really Feels Like, or This Is What It Feels Like. This Is What It Feels Like by Rebecca Barrow. This is a book about girls and a music competition, and it's like a music festival, and I feel like music festivals have more obscure music than just like a regular concert. I feel like a lot of festivals have people that I've never heard of. Maybe that's just because I'm like an old woman, but that's what it is, so I've decided to go with that one. Next is Analyzing Their Dreams, and so this one is kind of a loose fit in my personal opinion, but I ended up choosing Cracked Up to Be by Courtney Summers because this is about a girl who always is trying to analyze. She always used to be perfect, like she's always trying to be like the best, or she was always trying to be the best version of herself, but she ends up falling off the tracks, I guess. So it might not fit, but it's gonna, I guess, for this. So yeah, that's great. And the last prompt is Patient but Easily Irritated. This is about Virgos being patient but easily irritated. So I'm choosing The Silent Wife by A.S.A. Harris. This is about Harrison, sorry. This is about a wife who kills her husband, and we're working our way up to that. And it's been compared to Gone Girl and lots of other really great thrillers, so I'm looking forward to how I feel about this one. Along with the 5 books, I am doing 5 different life things as well, which will be included in a vlog format within this vlog. So in the last one, I got a Starbucks drink that people thought that Taurus would want, and so for this one I got a Starbucks drink that Virgos would want as well, and the one that I chose was a mint chocolate chip frappuccino. It's kind of like a secret menu item, so I'm super excited for that. Next, you'll also know that I also did a hobby last time as well. A hobby that a lot of Taurus wanted to or would like to do. So this one for Virgos, a lot of places said that writing was a hobby that Virgos would really get behind. And I'm not a writer. by any means. I feel like my writing skills have gone out the window as I've gotten older. So I decided I am starting a travel journal for my personal enjoyment, just because I'm tired of writing down whenever I go traveling. I still haven't completed my travel journal. I have all the notes to put in it, but they're all notes online. So I was like, why not just put it in an online journal? So instead of writing like a story or a poem or something, I am just writing in my travel journal, which works for me. So that's fine. Also, if you know, the last time I did a sport, that sport happened to be mini golf, so it wasn't really a sport, which is a relief for me because my athleticism is not there. But Virgos are a little bit more athletic than me. So for this one, I ended up choosing a marathon because apparently that's a thing that people do. Can't relate. But I decided to make it more of like a walk. I walked on a trail and we walked a while and that is my marathon. And to be fair, I can't really marathon right now with my ankle because I really don't think it'll ever be back to where it was before, just saying. But yeah, so I can't really marathon, so that is that. So that's what we're doing. If you also remember last time, I did watch a movie as well, and so I went on a website and I found different movies that different star signs would be or would like to watch. And for this one, it was About Time, which is on the US Netflix. And the last one is I switched it up. So instead of wearing an article of clothing every time I'm reading a book, I feel like that was just a little bit not realistic. I decided to make it a candy. So a candy that either the star sign would be if they were a candy or one that they tend to gravitate toward. And I ended up finding out that Virgos really like Hershey's apparently. So I am going to be eating a Hershey's chocolate bar. So that is a lot of intro to say, stay tuned because we're gonna have a fun reading experience together. All right, thank you, and I'll see you in my next clip. Bye! I'm just here to say, in my really cute hair, that I am going to be starting the first book for the star sign reading vlog for the Virgos. The first book that I decided to start with was The Dead List by Jennifer L. Armentrout because it's one that I'm so excited to read. Jennifer L. Armentrout is probably my favorite author, or at least one of my favorite authors, and so I can't wait to read a mystery story, a suspense mystery. I don't really know what it's considered. Story. And I'm so excited about it. So I'm going to be starting that. And this is for the prompt, will defend their loved ones. And because Virgos are known for defending people that they care about. And in this book, our main character has a stalker and a bunch of her family and friends are banding together to protect her and to keep her safe. And I think that fits really well with the prompt for the Virgo thing. So yeah, that's what that's gonna be. I'm super excited about it. I think it's gonna be a great time. And I will update you guys 50% of the way through because I feel like it works better than every 100 pages. It just gives me more time to collect my thoughts and figure out how I feel about a story, as opposed to just every 100 pages. I feel like my thoughts don't always change, so I definitely feel like the halfway through works well. Yeah, so I'll let you guys know how I feel about it, and bye-bye! Hello. I'm officially halfway through The Dead List by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I chose this book for this vlog because Virgos are fierce protectors, apparently, of the people that they love. They're always looking to protect people that they love from any harm, and that's exactly what this book is. So our main character, Ella, was attacked one night, almost murdered, kind of. Like, I feel like the more we know now, it seems more like she was going to get abducted and then kept alive and tortured, but that's beside the point. Anyway, they were interrupted mid-abduction, and so she ended up getting away. And now a bunch of her friends, her old friends from like her childhood that she rarely talks to, are like coming back and trying to protect her. And I feel like this really fits the vibe of the vlog, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I've had a hard time reading the past couple of days. I read so much in April that like reading in May is just like not a thing that I want to do, but here we are. I'm doing it, and I am really enjoying this. My motivation to read has been so not there, so not a thing, but I am really liking this book. I really think it is. Again, Jennifer L. Armentrout is like one of my favorite authors, and I really enjoy her mysteries. I find them to be really interesting, and they always just know how to capture my attention, and that's exactly what's happening here. I do have a little bit of a struggle with the fact that the abductor was wearing a mask. I'm really scared of masks. I hate masks, and this was a clown mask, and so that like double makes it upset, but like I really don't like when I can't see the person's face. Masks really stress me out, and so this book has been creepy on a lot of different levels, but I am really enjoying it. I think it's a really great story. I think it fits the vibe of the Virgo reading vlog really well, and I'm really looking forward to continuing with it. I don't know when I'm going to finish it. It would be nice to finish it today because I am off work, but at the same time, like, who knows, right? Who really knows? So that's what I'm doing. I will see you guys in my next update. Bye! So I've officially finished The Dead List by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I decided on a 4 out of 5 stars for this book. I enjoyed this book a lot. However, the ending reveal really didn't do much for me. I don't know, I think it was because, so there were kind of like 2 ending reveals, and there was one that just didn't make any sense. And I feel like that took me away from when like the actual reveal happened. So I feel like it was just kind of like, I don't know, it was a letdown a little bit to me, but I still really enjoyed the writing. I liked being back in JLA's world. She's always so good at creating relationships and tension and drama and stress and suspense, and I just really loved being in her world. I definitely feel like this was a great choice for the vlog. I feel like a better choice could not have been made, simply could not have been made, for the protecting other people prompt, because all of Ella's friends are trying to protect her, especially her lover, Jensen. They are just, they're so, oh my god, they're so cute together. I love them so much. Like, he was especially trying to protect her, and it was, yeah, it was a lot. It was really good. It definitely fit the prompt that I was going for, which is really exciting. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it, just given the fact that it wasn't my favorite. It was a good murder mystery kind of situation, and it definitely had some really creepy elements. Like the way that Jennifer Armentrout described the sounds that the killer was making, like while he was trying to kill this girl, was so intense. And also, this girl could not catch a break. Like, she was almost murdered like 6 times, and I feel so bad for her. And then it was a lot. I'm pretty sure this story was free on Wattpad at one point. It might still be, so I would recommend checking it out. But I really did enjoy my read of it. I think it was a lot of fun, and it had a lot of great aspects that I personally really liked in a murder mystery, but it lacked a little bit of pizzazz at the end, so that's kind of where my love fell a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about it. I don't really know what book I'm planning on starting next. I don't know when I'm planning on starting the next book for this vlog. It's kind of just like a I'm going through the month reading kind of thing, but we'll see what comes up when I feel like it. But yeah, it's been swell. This was a great way to start my month. I had a really great time reading this, and I can't wait to be on to the next one. Bye! Virgo reading vlog. This is how it really feels, or this is what it feels like. I don't know. It's something like that, by a person who I also don't remember. And this is for a prompt, likes obscure music. So apparently Virgos are kind of people that like obscure music, according to this one bingo board I found of Virgo traits. And this book follows 2 girls who are entering into a music festival, and they're both competing for the main prize, which is $15,000. So a lot of music festivals have some pretty obscure and kind of like not as well-known artists, at least as far as I know. It's not like I'm a music festival connoisseur, but I think that's how it goes. And so I finished up Hate List by Jennifer Brown for my reading vlog for Author Alphabet while I was at work tonight. I didn't expect to get through it because I had over 100 pages left, but it was so dead tonight, so I've just been reading my book. and I finished. And so I'm on my break now, and I'm going home to get my other book so that I can start that and get a head start on this. And I'm so excited about it. So I will update you guys 50% of the way through, like I did with the previous one, but I am really excited to get it going, to get it started, to get it going. I've had this book not for too long now, and I'm really looking forward to getting it read and to see my feelings about it, because I have not read a book set at a music festival before. I've never read that, so that's something I'm really excited about, and hopefully I will absolutely adore the book, just like I liked the other one for this vlog. So that is what is happening, ATM. And yeah, so bye. So I finished This Is What It Feels Like by Robin Barrow. I think that's what her name is. And I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really like how this book dealt with so much more than just a band and music. It dealt with addiction and being a teen mom and all of this stuff. I thought it was really enjoyable. It was pretty wholesome at times. There were some dark elements and some elements of grief and PTSD that I feel like would be important to look into before reading this story, but I definitely highly recommend it. I think it was a great addition to this reading vlog. I didn't update halfway through because I have been reading at work and I don't want to just like whip out my phone and record my feelings while I'm working. So I have just kind of like not. Yeah, I really did like this book a lot, and I enjoyed it more than the first book, which was saying something because the first book was a 4 out of 5 stars. It was a really great story. So I definitely feel really good about how this has turned out for sure, and I can't wait to see where else this vlog takes me because it's been a lot of fun so far. So I will see you in my next update. I don't know for sure what I'm going to be reading next because I am trying to finish the reads for another reading vlog that's coming out from like today, 2 days from now. So yeah, I'm just gonna see where it takes me, and you will get an update at some point. But yeah, bye. I'm about to start my next book for the Virgo reading vlog. The next book is Cracked Up to Be by Courtney Summers, and this is for the Analyzes Their Dreams prompt, I think. Something like that. I'm very excited to read this book. I've wanted to read a Courtney Summers for so long now, and this is a really short book, so I think it's gonna be really easy to get through. So I will update you guys, probably not when I'm 50% of the way through because it's such a short book. So I'll probably update you guys at the end, but I cannot wait to read this. I'm so excited about it. So bye. It's been several days since I last updated, but I did finish Cracked Up to Be by Courtney Summers a couple of days ago, but I didn't like it that much. I ended up giving it 2.5 out of 5 stars. I was really disappointed with how this played out just because I wanted to read a Courtney Summers book for so long now, and I just feel like this one just didn't do it for me. Everything about the book was so cliche and so overdone compared to other books I've read. Like, I've seen this concept done many times, and usually that doesn't bug me, but this one, I don't feel like it added anything, and I don't feel like it really was that good to begin with, so that was a struggle for me to get on board with. There was also a lot of animal, not abuse, but like mistreatment, and I really hated that. Parker, our main character, was an awful person, and there was animal death, and it was really severe, and it was really a lot to handle, and I don't love it. In my day-to-day job, I see enough animal death, I see enough grief based on animal death, and I really just don't need it in my books, especially when it doesn't add anything to the story, because I really don't think this did. I feel like she could have used anything else as a different plot device, but it was not it for me personally. So that's it. That's what I have to say for right now about Cracked Up to Be. So it didn't really go that well, but considering it's the 3rd book out of 5 that I'm reading, I feel like it's not too big of a deal. So now I'm going to be picking up The Silent Wife by A.S.A. Harrison. This is a book that is an adult thriller. I have mixed feelings about this. I don't know if I'm actually going to really love it, if I'm going to think it's really annoying, anything. I'm excited to read this because I did get this in a book trade, and I am looking forward to reading books from that book trade, and it's just nice to get some of my physical TBR read. But this is, I don't know, it's gonna be spicy, it's gonna be a lot, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'm gonna start now. I will update you guys 50% of the way through this one because it's not as small as Cracked Up to Be, so I feel like I can. And yeah, bye.
What have you done with it?
way through The Silent Wife by A.S.A. Harrison, and this book is definitely, it's interesting. I'm not the biggest fan, but it's a good thriller nonetheless. I'm struggling a little bit because there isn't a lot of dialogue, and I'm a very dialogue-driven person. I really like when my story has a lot of dialogue, and this is more description and inner thoughts than an actual dialogue, and that makes it a little bit harder and slower to get through, I feel like. As far as thrillers go, it is interesting. We do know that the wife is going to kill the husband. That is like literally like a thing that we're working up toward. So it's interesting seeing all these little things that might be a part of the reason why she does it. All of these things that kind of add up together, and it's interesting. So I'm using this book for the patient but easily irritated prompt because apparently Virgos are patient but easily irritated according to the bingo board. But I think this fits really well because I don't necessarily think she's easily irritated. If anything, she's like not easily irritated because her husband sucks and he's like an awful human being, and he's being a total asshole all the time and cheating all the time, and she just kind of lets it happen. She's very like blasé about it, and so I feel like it doesn't fit for the easily irritated, but she is patient. I feel like she's waiting for the right time to murder her husband. So that is what's going on so far. I have, like I said, mixed feelings about it. I don't know kind of where my thoughts are going to end up. Right now I think it's sitting at a 4 stars. I guess it's not a mixed feeling. I'm just very nice. I'm very generous with my ratings. For now, that's where we're sitting. So hopefully it doesn't go down anymore because it is a pretty enjoyable story. I am having a good enough time reading it. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. I'm going to continue reading right now. Probably supper is going to happen shortly. And then I'm going to finish building a dresser drawer thing that I bought. And that's that. Bye. So I have finished The Silent Wife by A.S.A. Harrison. I did finish it last night, but I didn't end up updating or anything just because I didn't really want to at the time, but I'm here now. I am settling on a 3 stars. I don't necessarily think this works as well as I thought it was going to for the patient but easily irritated prompt, because it just, overall, the main character isn't really easily irritated. In fact, she's very patient. Patient, yes, it fits, but she's not easily irritated. She's very calculating, and she's very, I don't know, there's a lot of depth to her character that I wish we got to explore a little bit more. I settled on a 3 star because at the end of the day, this story was good, but it didn't blow my mind. It didn't really add anything for me in the thriller genre. I actually don't even think this is a thriller. I technically would probably consider it more of a literary fiction and a deep dive into what it's like when you get too comfortable in a relationship. I personally don't think it really brought any thrilling aspects to the table, but overall it was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it did its job. It fit a little bit in the prompt for the Virgo vlog, but that's okay. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. We win some and we lose some, so I'm not too concerned about it. So the next book that I'm going to start, Hey You Give by Angie Thomas. This is the first Angie Thomas book I'm ever going to read. A first time reading this book. I'm so excited. I have heard nothing but good things about this book. Plus I saw the movie and I really enjoyed the movie, and I cannot wait to see how I feel about this book and how I can formulate my own opinions basing it on the book versus the movie. I'm so excited, and this fits for the don't tell me to calm down, because that's Star's entire mantra at the end of this book, or like not at the end, but like halfway through. She's like, stop, like don't tell me to calm down. I'm allowed to be angry about these things, and I think that fits really well. So I'm really looking forward to reading this, and I'm pumped. I'm super pumped. So this is going to be started at some point today, and then I will give you an update when I'm 50% of the way through, which I'm hoping to actually be today as well, but we'll see. We shall see. Bye. I am halfway through The Hey You Give by Angie Thomas, and I'm really loving this. This is such an incredible story. I was worried that my judgment, and not my judgment, but like my interpretation, not interpretation, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I was worried that my feelings toward the story were going to be a little bit askew because I'd already seen the movie, and the movie was so good. It was one of my favorite movies of all time, but the book is definitely living up to that hype. It's adding little things that weren't in the movie. It's changing things a little bit, and I really am loving it. It's such an important story, and I'm really glad that I'm finally reading it. I will say the only thing that's bothering me is that there are so many Harry Potter references, and I get it's because the 3 friends when they were younger used to do that, but like I've mentioned before how I'm not the biggest fan of pop culture references within my stories, and this one does have a lot, so that is kind of taking away the story a little bit, but not enough to rate it anything less than 5 stars, because this book is so freaking important and I'm really happy that I get to read it. But that part of it is kind of bothering me. I have to stay consistent, so I'm not gonna lie and be like, no, it's good. Like, that part is bothering me a little bit. So yeah, I am hoping to finish it tonight because this vlog is supposed to come out tomorrow. LMAO, I am so behind on everything, so that's fun, I guess. And yeah, so I have my Starbucks drink here. I got the chocolate cookie creme frappuccino. I was supposed to get a mint chocolate something from like the secret menu, but ordering from the secret menu gives me anxiety, so I simply did not, and I ordered the closest thing to it that I think I'd like, and this was it, and it's pretty good. I don't know if there's coffee in this, which is excellent because I hate coffee. So success, and I will update you guys when I'm finished the Hate You Give, which will probably be tonight, just because I will probably be reading it after work. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it. Bye. What was that? You've made it. You have completed, almost, the star sign reading vlog. I did just finish the Hate You Give. And because I procrastinate, we're doing this now instead of making a whole separate video or a whole separate clip for it. So I ended up giving the Hate You Give 4.5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely adored this story. I thought it was really important, really powerful. The only thing I hated were all of the Harry Potter references because, oh my god, they were just so much. I really don't like pop culture references. I've said it so many times before. I feel like I need to be consistent, but that doesn't mean I wasn't going to round it up on Goodreads to a 5-star because it really deserves that 5-star rating. It's a fantastic story. It's so incredibly relevant, which is really unfortunate, but it's done in such a powerful way. And at the end, Angie Thomas lists a bunch of victims of police brutality and police violence, and that part really got me. Like, I got goosebumps while I was reading it. And so if you are one of the few people who haven't read this book, I really do recommend it if that's something that you can handle. It is a very, very graphic story at times, so it is important to go into this knowing that it's not going to be a lighthearted, you know, tiptoe around the topic. It really goes into it, which is necessary in my opinion, but it might not be for everybody to read. So I would go into it knowing that. But that is all the books and all the things that I'm going to be doing for this vlog. So that's really exciting. And I'm just going to do a little wrap up. We're going to talk a little bit about, I feel like we don't need to talk about the hobbies and everything that I did because they're in vlog form and it's really like not a big deal. And I'm not a lifestyle channel. I'm a booktube channel. So I feel like we'll just not, we'll just ignore the hobbies right now and we'll just go straight into my rankings of the books, because that's what I like to do at the end of vlogs. I really like to rank how I felt about each story. Obviously, the book I liked least was Cracked Up to Be by Courtney Summers. I was really looking forward to reading a Courtney Summers book, and this really let me down. This was a 2.5 out of 5 stars for me, and it didn't live up to the hype that I was building in my head, which was probably my own fault. I feel like this book was so short. We really didn't get to go into a dive of Parker's character, and I really would have liked to go a little bit deeper into her character and see more of where her anger came from, because the reason she was angry, it was so cliche. Like, I feel like it was done so many times, but had it been done more in depth or had been revealed sooner in the story, I might have been able to get behind the story more than I was. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Next, I'm choosing The Silent Wife by A.S.A. Harrison. This was a 3 stars for me. It really, like, it was good. It was fine. It was really easy to get through, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a thriller. It was absolutely not. It was more of a literary fiction deep dive into how it's like to be comfortable in a relationship where you've been together for so long and what can happen in that way. Like, it was in no way a thriller. Thrillers need something thrilling to happen, and nothing thrilling happened. I feel like I was let down in a multitude of ways, but I still give it a 3-star because at the end of the day, like, it was fine. Like, it was a good story. Am I gonna remember I read it next year? Probably not, but it was okay. Next is The Dead List by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I gave this 4 stars. I absolutely adored this book. I thought it was a great thriller, mystery type story. I thought it was a great way to start my reading month because this was the first book I finished in May. And overall, JLA does it once again for me. She really captures my attention and makes me feel so many things for these characters. The only thing that I didn't like about this story, which is why it's not a 5-star, is because the ending felt really cheated. I feel like there was a double ending almost, and the first ending really spoiled the second one in terms of my enjoyment. I feel like it took away a little bit for me. So didn't love it. Didn't love the story. Well, I loved the story. Didn't love the ending. So that's where we're standing on that one. Next is This Is What It Feels Like by Robin Barrow. This was a 4.5 out of 5 stars, the same rating as The Hate U Give. However, I do feel like this story wasn't, I don't know, it actually might be a tie. I'll put this one here now because we're here and we're saying it, but I honestly really liked both of these stories a lot. I loved these stories. This Is What It Feels Like really surprised me in the fact that I wasn't really anticipating having such high opinions and high remarks about the story. I feel like it really surprised me in that way. But at the same time, The Hate U Give, I knew I was gonna love it, and I did. So it's like, which one do I love more? So I think I'll just stick them both at first place. I think they really both did an incredible job at depicting, unfortunately, some really realistic things. For example, This Is What It Feels Like really deals with addiction and what it's like to be a teen mother and so many different things. And The Hate U Give, obviously, it deals with police brutality and what it's like to be Black in a white-centric America. So there are so many important topics and themes discovered within these stories, and so I feel like they both contributed a lot into my reading month and how much fun I've been having with this vlog. But at the same time, I can't really pick between the two because I feel like they both really took my breath away in so many different ways. So that is all for this Virgo reading vlog. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I do post twice a week. I have a lot of really fun videos that I'm sure you're not going to want to miss out on. And until next time, bye readers!